fucking way. Throwing bets like haymakers. UFC fight night, no faking these heartbreakers. Punch stats, bankrolls, and scorecards never fold. Etoft21sports talking bold like this catching gold. Erik saying underdogs got swagger. Weight counter champs got a granite jaw, won't stagger. Money on the line, bets as sharp as a dagger. Hot cops, bling, flashing lights, heavyweight bagger. Etoft21 clash of minds, no surprise. Erik Raid in the ring, shouting nod, shooting high. Fight night dreams, cold cash gleam in their eyes. Betting broad, UFC calls on the podcast sky.
We have reached the part of the podcast and we talking some UFC 321, and who better to come on than Wade, aka at Top Flight Wagers on social media. Wade, how you doing today, my man?
Doing pretty good. Been a busy afternoon, man. There's just too many sports going on right now.
A lot of sports going on. Loaded day in the association. I have way too many NFL bets, way too many college bets. We were talking about them. I just got way too much shit going on right now, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk some UFC 321. So let's go ahead. Let's dive right into it. Those listening for the first time or watching for the first time, what we do is we each have 3 bets. We have a prop parlay, and we build a nice little DraftKings lineup. So let's jump right into it. Wade, first bet, my friend. Lead us off.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Ludovic Klein and Mateusz Rebecki fight, and I'm going to take Ludovic Klein money line minus 130. I'm actually not sure what that current line is. I meant to have that pulled up here so we could discuss that. Yeah, right now it looks like the best odds, if you got Caesars minus 130, all our books are moving minus 135, minus 140. So if you guys do like this and agree with this, I would go grab it right now. This could end up being minus 150 before the fight. Klein is 23-5 in his MMA career. He is 7-3 in his UFC, to 4-2 to Rebecki's UFC. So Klein does have the more experience in the UFC. He's also 2 years younger, and he has a 4-inch reach advantage. Rebecki does land more significant strikes per minute, but he lacks significant striking accuracy, and he absorbs way more strikes per minute than Klein. As you know, if you are a fan of watching his fights, he usually ends up a pretty bloody mess. He averages more takedowns per fight. He has a better takedown accuracy as well. But we're looking at Klein with a 76% takedown defense to Rebecki's 45% takedown defense. So I think Klein is going to be able to hold his own here if Rebecki wants to drag this thing into a brawl, and that's what he's going to have to do. I just think overall Rebecki's got too much damage he accrued over his last few fights. Klein likes to strike clean. He likes to avoid damage. If you look at the overall radar comparison, he likes to mitigate damage a lot more. Rebecki wants to get in the middle of things and try to make this nasty. And I just think with Klein, he's going to be able to win this by volume. He has a lot more striking volume. His accuracy may be a little bit less, but I just think with that volume, it's going to overcome the accuracy. He's going to be able to find Rebecki. He's going to be able to keep the takedowns off of him. He may get taken down once or twice, but I think he'll be able to get back up. I think he'll be able to fight off most of those. And I think when Rebecki tries to close the distance, I think Klein is going to damage him inside the pocket. So I just think I'm not sure if we're going to get a finish here. Both these guys are very durable. If I were to pick any type of finish, I think I would go with Klein by decision. I just think I think he's going to win the damage over 3 rounds here. Rebecki's this is a tricky fight. I can see some people being on Rebecki's side, especially at plus money. He's a damn good fighter, but I just think he's taking on too much damage lately.
I like it. My next one, I'm going to my girl Vera. Has the rematch against Mackenzie Dern. These two met nearly 5 years ago. The fight much closer than people remember. Dern got the judge's nod because of her flashier moments, power optics, but Vera actually turned the tide late in round 1. Clearly run round 2 with her striking and pressure. Was in control round 3. Was on top. For whatever reason, she decided to get up, and I really think that cost her the fight. If she just would have stayed on top, I think she would have had enough control time to get the W. Vera's improvements have been more complete. She came into MMA as a pure grappler, but her striking has quietly become a weapon. Mixing in jabs, right hand has gotten a lot better, especially off the counter, moving forward better. Underrated knees and elbows and body kicks. She's no longer just one directional. In the grappling realm, both are elite. Wrestling will be the separator. Vera's takedowns are cleaner. Her ability to chain attempts against the fence give her control edge. Once on top, she can dominate, stay active, isolating limbs, and working toward the back. Dern's great, dangerous off her back, but Vera's top pressure and position awareness, I think, can neutralize that threat. I know Dern has improved under her new striking coach. This is where she made a gap when she had Jason Perello. They split ways. Now she's back with him. Striking should be better. Defense does have some holes, able to duck her head, lower guard under pressure against someone like Vera, who's not afraid to mix levels and attack and furies. I think this can become a bot liability over the course of the fight. Dern is a world-class jiu-jitsu prasnier. Submission skills have tapered just 5 of her last 15 fights. Meanwhile, Vera has evolved to a complete grappler. She has on a 5-fight win streak, all decisive, using wrestling and top control to dominate Lamos. And oh my God, I can't pronounce this lady's name. At 37, she's fighting the best she's ever had, stronger, more technical. For me, I think the path is simple. Dern's going to drag this fight down, control position. Vera's going to drag this fight down, control position over time. If Dern can't catch her early, the chances to catch a submission are going to shrink a lot. This, to me, Vera lost a split in 2012, 2020. Her fighting IQ improved. I think she's a better fighter. And we're always going to get value fading Dern because people bet on Dern because she's a smoke show. So I'm going to take Vera here plus 135.
That she is. Yeah, I mean, I'm on this fight to go the distance, minus 106. I hate that it's 5 rounds, but I think almost plus money. I kind of like that look. So
I get it. Next one, my friend, lay it on.
We are going to take Alexander Rakic minus 106 money line at the time of giving that out. As of right now, it looks like the best odds on the board are right now over at FanDuel, minus 108. If you want to go grab that, other books are minus 110, minus 115, pushing to minus 120. This is probably the scariest fight for sure. I don't really want to go against Azamat, but I do think there are a lot of things on the Rakic side that lean towards him getting this victory. For one, Azamat is 36 years old. Rakic has the age advantage by 3 years, and we've seen all these undefeated fighters eventually take a zero. Azamat currently is 15-0. Rakic is 14-5. His UFC record is pretty ugly at 6-4. But when you look at it, his last 3 fights, prior to his last 3 fights, he was 6-1, but he has fought way better competition than Azamat, who is currently 5-0 in the UFC. And I believe those last 5 fighters haven't really given him much competition. Nchukwi, Clark, Jacoby, Minifield, and Ribeiro. I don't think any of those guys are really top notch. And now he's taken a huge step up against Rakic, who's coming off 3 fights against Blachowicz, Yuri Prochazka, and Ankalaev. All 3 of those guys are prior champions. And now this is a huge step up in class. I just don't think Azamat's going to be able to do what he's been doing and stepping into another fight and just knocking a guy out clean. There's a really big size advantage in this fight. Rakic is basically the biggest fighter in this division outside of Alex Pereira. On paper, he's got a 6-foot height advantage and a 7.5 inch edge and reach. So I just think that 6 inches of height is going to be too much for Azamat to be able to get inside, and then the reach is going to be a really big problem for him to find the knockout. Rakic has really powerful kicks. He's got really nice jabs. I think he's going to be able to use that to keep Azamat's power away from him, keep him outside of the pocket. Azamat's got the better striking, but Rakic has the better takedown defense, the better takedown accuracy. If he wants to take this down to the mat, I'm not sure he's going to. I just think he's going to keep this thing onto the outside and win this thing smart and avoid a KO. So give me the more experienced fighter here, and I like to go against these guys who are undefeated, who are taking a step up in class, because I think more times than not they just get taught a lesson.
I like it. Definitely interested in him for a little DFS. My next one, I'm taking a swing here. We know this saying on this show, shoot or shoot. Give me Sutherland plus 310. Let's break it down. I'm back in Sutherland against Walker at UFC 321. The fight comes down to one simple question. Does it stay standing? If it does, Sutherland is the side. Walker simply doesn't have the striking to beat him in a stand-up match. Sutherland is bigger, more athletic, with legitimate one-punch power, moves well for a heavyweight, controls range, and has the defensive grappling chops to keep this upright. As long as he avoids getting tangled in Walker's heel hook attempts, he'll have every opportunity to land something fight-ending. He's got real power. 70% of his wins have come inside the distance, most by knockout. His recent run includes 4 straight KOs, ending inside 230 of the first round. He thrives in chaos, throwing 5.8 strikes per minute with over 60% accuracy, and his ability to land short, clean uppercuts and hooks make him dangerous in every exchange. On the other hand, Walker's game revolves around submission. He averages 3.2 sub attempts per 15, can absorb 4.56 strikes per minute. And we've seen him hurt early in multiple fights, including his last fight against Bezrecki. His chin is shaky. His striking defense just isn't there to handle power puncher like Sutherland. If Sutherland stuffs the early takedowns and his 75% takedown defense from Cage Warrior Circuit says he can, he's live for a highlight reel knockout. Walker's habit of diving in for leg locks leaves his head wide open for counters, and Sutherland's timing and composure make him built to exploit that. Momentum-wise, Sutherland's stock is rising fast. He's on a 4-fight finishing streak, showed improved patience and cardio each time. Walker, meanwhile, has shown issues with gas and composure when forced to strike for extended stretches. At plus 310, we're getting tremendous value in a fighter with legitimate knockout upside and a clear path to victory. Give me Sutherland plus 310, my friend. Next fight, my buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Alexander Volkov, a double chance, knockout or decision, plus 200 over Jailton Almeida. With the heavyweight division featured heavily on this card, a clash between these guys could determine whoever's going to fight the winner of this Aspinall and Gane fight. Volkov is looking to bounce back off of a tough split decision loss to Cyril Gane. In fact, in which a lot of people thought that he had won that, including me. Prior to that fight, he had reeled off 4 straight wins, 3 by finish. Volkov is the much more experienced fighter here. He's the more active striker, and he has better takedown defense at 72%. And I believe he has a better cardio and endurance in this fight. Almeida is one of the UFC's fastest rising fighters. He has impressed within the UFC, obviously, with an 8-1 record. He has a very high fight IQ, very good grappling, and a very good top game. He's one of the most dominant grapplers in the division. He averages 6.4 takedowns with over 2 submission attempts per 15 minutes. Volkov's size, his takedown defense, and his striking, I think, should be able to help him keep at least the first round competitive, if not into the second round. Both fighters are durable, but I do think if Volkov can find a chance, he can clip and possibly knock out Almeida. He's been knocked out before. One of his losses is by knockout. I think Volkov's got one last chance, one last ride in him to go try to fight for a title. And I think if you wanted to just take him by knockout, that'd be a pretty sexy play. But I do think he could be the smarter fighter here and just avoid Almeida's takedowns enough to take this thing to all 3 rounds. Almeida's got a 60% takedown accuracy, so it's not like he's that impressive there. We just got to avoid Volkov getting ran over on the ground because we've seen it happen before. But he's got the experience, he's got the height, he's got the reach. He's a lot heavier. I think he's going to come into this fight around 250 maybe. Almeida's going to be right around 205. If that's the case, that 40 pounds is going to be a lot, and I just think Almeida is going to have to mind his P's and Q's here. He could get knocked out here, but another play I also took that I gave out to my members was this fight to go over 1.5 rounds. I do think Volkov knows Almeida's dangerous on the ground. He's going to try to keep this thing with his kicks and his strikes, keep it at range, at least for the first 1.5 rounds before anything dangerous happens. So I think it's going to finish. I just think it's going to be a late finish in this fight. Somebody's going to get a finish, I think. So I'd rather be on the fighter that's got a little bit more to fight.
More juice.
Yeah.
My last and final one, shoot or shoot, baby. Give me Barnett.
Hey, I thought about it too, baby. I thought about it.
Very simple. Ambi, Greco-Roman wrestler. That does attract translate well to the UFC. You
He
shoot
sucks.
great takedowns. When wrestlers like Hamby rely solely on upper body throws, they often struggle against comeback, explosive strikers. You can stay upright and make them pay. That's exactly where Barnett shines. Unpredictable, creative, powerful, a walking highlight reel, spinning kicks, wild hooks, kind of short range explosive that can break a wrestler's rhythm. We have seen it before with his blitz finish of Jake Collier, where chaos erupts, Barnett thrives. Hamby, nicknamed the Hammer, brings a heavy wrestling base, solid power, but his gas king composure fade fast after the first round, absorbs 3.86 strikes per minute in his last outing, showing clear vulnerability once his initial takedown pressure slows. His Greco-Roman style means he rarely changes levels for traditional shots, which limits his options when opponents like Barnett defend early and stay mobile. Barnett, meanwhile, is no easy target. He's come back, durable, defends 75% takedown attempts. He averages over 5-6 strikes per minute. It absorbs less than half of what Hamby does, all while keeping a high pace. Barnett forces Hamby to strike. The cardio edge and the experience become a gap. Massive. The fight screams heavyweight roulette. One clean shot can end it, and Barnett's power and experience give him the higher chance to cash that ticket. If he wrestles, if he weathers the early wrestling storm, turns into a phone booth brawl, Hamby's chin and cardio won't hold up. Give me Barnett here, baby, plus 400. Now let's go to our prop parlay. I'm kind of cheating because it's kind of, I said it earlier, but plus 956 over at the Bet MGM. You know, talk to me, bud. Why do you like Radek's decision?
Yeah, I just think like I talked about, I just think he knows Azamat's got power. I'm hoping that Rakic isn't going to be an idiot and try to strike with him and let him get that close to him inside the pocket. So as long as Rakic can play this outside striking game, point game, maybe get him up against the cage, hold him there a little bit, get some control time. I think we can win out a decision here. So I like that. I like the plus 200 odds a lot there.
For me, I said it. I think Duran's going to look to get the sub early. She's not going to be able to get it because obviously, how can I word this? The longer the fight goes on, the more these guys sweat, then it's harder to grab submissions. I don't think I think Vera has learned from her mistake. I think she's going to have a lot of top control, and her grappling is good enough to neutralize what Duran can do from the ground. So I think this is going to go to decision. There you have it, plus 956. Can't complain there, man. That is a juicy price. Let's go ahead and let's bring up the old Draft Kings. Okay, window, boom, boom. Here she comes, slowly and surely. I mean, do we have to just put Tommy Boy in there and just go with it?
God, Hamdy Damdy's 93. He sucks so much, but I know Barnett's terrible too. It's more of just a Hail Mary for us there and they'll win. But God, Hamdy is so bad. So bad. Man, there's so many expensive guys on this card. I don't want to just jump on what's PPD mean?
Vera's only 76. I think we have to have Vera in there.
What's PPD mean?
Postponed.
They're not fighting that?
No.
What happened? I didn't see that. I was debating on betting that fight too. Huh. Something happened.
Oh, it's unclear why the fight was called off.
This guy sucks. I was going to take the other guy, Camillo. A lot of people do think Van Vern is going to gas out later in the round 4 and 5.
Hey.
That's my worry.
Be careful what you talk about my princess about.
I am worried about that too. She's old. She's older, man.
That's
remember that fight was 5 years ago. It's not like she's gotten any younger.
Yeah, but she's gotten better though.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Klein, got to put Klein in there at 8,400. Got to. Who's lower than that?
I mean, Sutherland 71, huh? Volkov 74.
Personally, I've got bets on Rockage, Hack Parast. All these guys are lower. Wood.
Let's put Volkov in there. We both like Volkov. Okay. 74.
Yeah, we got Wood, Rackage, Hack Parast.
I feel that we need one of.
Nah, I don't want him at all. He's boring. That's going to go decision. I don't know what he's going to do.
But he scores a lot. I guess, dude. He gets a ton.
Going to be striking. Yeah.
Points though. So I mean,
what if he just wrestles Batista the whole fight because Batista's a striker and he doesn't want to take a chance.
We'll get control time, dude.
Is that worth more than?
No, I mean, like, do you want to go Tom? I mean, the worry with Tom is like we don't know what his gas tank is. If Gale is able to extend this out to the second round, what's Tom's gas tank? Like, as good as he is, we really don't know what the fuck he is. If that makes sense.
Yeah, dude. The top three I think are locks to win. So
all right. So I hate that word locks, but we'll go with cousin Umar.
Yeah, they're not going to lose for sure.
All right. Anyone else?
Umar could lose, but I really don't think he's going to lose.
We got some leverage here.
What's all the way down at the bottom?
You like the Wood?
It wouldn't be my favorite because he definitely can get knocked out, but I bet him to win.
So you seeing anyone here that you like, my friend?
That's like the worry with Wood and Rockage is they're both fighting guys that they can just get starched. What's Hack Parask? He should be up a little higher. He's probably not that much higher.
Oh, I have a better. I like him. I like him a lot.
He better not just turn out and only give us 60 points, even if he wins a decision, because he doesn't do anything the whole fight. Loser.
I mean, if you want, we could see if
we get 8,900.
We're at 7,600. Jesus, do we throw Sutherland in there?
It's such a risk with his.
Or we can go
first fight, and Walker's on such a tear right now.
All right, so we go here.
I like the play on Sutherland. It's just a risk. I like the where were we at with the 89?
We're 89.
I think Rockage is gonna win, man. This is such a big step up. I don't think he's just coming off fighting against Magomed Ankalaev and Yuri, and he's not getting. He's doing just.
So you think Rockage is gonna win, right? All right, so let's put him in there. Boom. I'm gonna see. What do you think of that?
I just want this to win for the people.
You sound like such a. I just wanted to win for the people.
I want the people to catch. Yeah.
I mean, like, look, we could take out Klein.
I mean, I like Delgado's upside for knocking out and getting a lot of points. I just don't know if Wood can get six takedowns on him, and he's not going to score anything.
We could take out Klein and put in Tom.
What about taking out Tom and putting out Hamdy?
We're not going to
Hamdy. Hamdy. Abdullah Wahab. Yeah, no, I like the Aspinall. But what you took out Klein and put Aspinall?
Yeah. Thoughts?
I'm fine with this.
I mean, if he were.
I'm just worried if Aspinall doesn't do what he's supposed to do, and then he ends up.
All right, let's leave it like that.
He can't lose this fight. Is he going to lose this fight? He's not going to lose this fight. We both think Gon stinks. Everybody knows Gon stinks.
But that's when people are at their most dangerous. Wade, I'd like to thank you for coming on, talking a little UFC. Let me tell the people where they can find you, my man.
Yeah, come find me over at Top Flight Wagers. Drop in a couple YouTube videos, college football today. A little NFL will be later tonight with our buddy Mike Noblin that also came on your NFL show this week. So make sure you guys go check out Erik and his NFL show. Come check out our videos. Also have a couple of article plays for UFC. NFL and college as well, dropping here this afternoon and tomorrow. So just come check us out, giving a lot of free stuff. And if you always want to come join us, check out the link in bio, 50% off for new members.
Give that man a follow. Or is there a card next? Jesus, I can't even talk. Is there a card
There's
next week?
always a card next week, my friend. Always a card next week.
Is there a card next week?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the Garcia in Onama, and I'm thinking about jumping on old Stevie Garcia right now, minus 113. Now, if you recall, last show, well, 2 shows ago, I told you when we were getting off air that Charles Oliveira was at plus money, and you should get him because he was starting to move towards minus money, and he won. So I'm telling you guys to go get Steve Garcia now. Go
Fuck.
bet Steve Garcia because David Onama is not the truth.
Make sure to give this man a follow. We'll be back next week. Best of luck in your bets, and we will talk soon, my friend.
Good luck, guys.